In this video, we will calculate the unit rate when we're given the rate for two quantities. So remember what a rate is from our last video. A rate is a ratio that compares two different quantities. For example, if we have 10 miles for every 4 hours, that's a rate. But it's not a unit rate. A unit rate is going to be a rate with a denominator of 1. So if we were going to look back at our 10 miles for 4 hours, we would want to figure out what our rate would be for just 1 hour. So to change that to a unit rate, we would have to divide the numerator by the denominator. And it is possible to get a fraction or a decimal for a unit rate. If we were to divide 10 by 4, we would get 5 over 2. So we would get 2.5 miles per hour, and that would be our unit rate. So we have some practice here. We're going to express each rate as a unit rate, and we're going to round to the nearest tenth if we have to. So 364 miles in 7 hours. That means we go a total of this many miles in this many hours. We want to know the unit rate. So 364 over 7 hours gives me a unit rate of 52 miles per hour. Notice how I'm using that slash here. Write rates using the symbol, this slash, and we read it as the word per. So when I said that, I said 52 miles per hour. So what we're basically doing is we're simplifying that to where that denominator is 1. Now we have 50 yards in 6.4 seconds. So we're going to divide 50 yards by 6.4 seconds, and we're going to get approximately 7.8 yards per second. We're trying to get that denominator to 1 second, so we have to divide. 210 words in 6 minutes. So 210 words divided by 6 minutes gives us 35 words per minute. It's important to put those units on there so that we know what our rate represents. We know that this represents a unit rate of 35 words per minute. We have 232 total students in 8 different classes. And so if we say we have 232 students over 8 classes, how many students would we have per class? So divide. 232 divided by 8 gives us 29 students per class. If we get 5 inches of rain in 3 days, we want to know how much rain we got per day. So 5 divided by 3 gives us about 1.7 inches a day of rain. 816 calories in 12 servings. So how many calories will be in 1 serving? So 816 calories divided by 12 servings gives us 68 calories per serving. Next, we're going to talk about unit rate with price. This is going to be really helpful for when you go comparison shopping. If you go to the supermarket and want to compare 2 different brands, this is going to help you find the better deal. It tells you the cost per 1 unit. Now, to find the unit price, which is exactly the same as the unit rate, you need to do it a specific way. You always divide the price by the quantity. So price is always going to be our numerator. So express each rate as a unit rate and round to the nearest cent, because we're talking about money. So it costs $9.40 for 5 cans of soup. We want to know the cost per can to find the unit rate. So $9.40 is our numerator because that's our money. And we're dividing that by the quantity, the number of cans of soup. So $9.40 divided by 5 gives us a cost of $1.88 per can. So we could compare that to another brand and decide whether this is the better deal or not. We have a box of 210 tissues for $3.19. Even though the money is listed second, if we're trying to find the unit price, the price always goes on top. So $3.19 is our numerator, divided by 210 tissues. So the cost per tissue, when we divide $3.19 by 210, is about 2 pennies per tissue. All right, so we have 15 gallons of gas for $31.35. What was the cost per gallon? Say you're looking at a receipt from when you bought gas and filled up your car. What you want to calculate what the cost per gallon was. So you take the cost, $31.35, and divide it by the number of gallons. So the price per gallon is $2.09. Right? We have $113.40 in 12 hours. Say this is your paycheck, and you want to know if your boss is really giving you the amount per hour that you're supposed to be getting. So you can say 113 divided by 12, and you get $9.45 an hour. You're really going to have to take it up with your boss because you're supposed to be getting $10 an hour. And so this is a way that you can check your paycheck, is finding that unit rate per hour. All right, 8 movie tickets for $63.60. So we have the $63.60 that goes on top, divided by the 8 movie tickets. And what's the cost per movie ticket? Is $7.95. We have a 1,500 square foot house for $119,000. It's actually really good to price compare when you are ready to buy a house. You want to know the price per square foot to know if you're getting the most house for your money. So you take the money, $119,000, and divide it by the square feet of the house, and you get $79.33 per square foot. And you would want to compare that to other houses to see if you were getting a good deal. So let's find a better deal. We have 2 boxes of crayons. We have options. Option A says we have 64 crayons for $2.99, or option B is a box of 120 crayons for $6.99. Which one's the better deal? Well, we have to find the unit rate to figure that out. So we put price over the quantity. So $2.99 divided by 64 gives us a unit rate of 5 cents per crayon. Here we have $6.99 divided by 120 crayons. That's 6 cents per crayon. So which one's the better deal? Well, of course, we don't want to pay more money, so the cheaper one is the better deal. The cost per crayon is lower. So we would want to choose option A. All right, what about on cereal? You get 12 ounces for $2.99 or 17 ounces for $3.52. So $2.99 divided by 12 is 25 cents an ounce. $3.52 divided by 17 gives us 21 cents per ounce. So even though this costs a little more than $2.99, you actually get more for your money because it costs less per ounce. So option B is the better deal.